All right, so this tenuous ceasefire in the Middle East, negotiations have largely centered on that crucial shipping point, the Strait of Hormuz. Today was an exercise in messaging whiplash about whether or not the strait was actually open, a top concern because dozens of mines that the tyrannical regime claims it placed throughout the all-important waterway are threatening ships and keeping many ships away out of fear that the threats are true. Is there any way to be sure those mines have been removed? Well, yes, according to an American technology company. It's sped up work on an anti-mine platform to deploy in the Strait of Hormuz. The company is called Ulysses, and it says it's created drones that not only can detect these mines, but more importantly, can disarm them. This could be critical to getting that strait back up and running and lowering the skyrocketing price of oil and gas. NewsNation's national correspondent Nancy Liu spoke with the co-founders about their initiative.
It can reach depths of up to 5,000 feet and can travel up to 250 miles on a single charge. At a cost of a mere $50,000 apiece, pocket change to the Pentagon, this underwater drone could help secure the global energy economy by sweeping mines in the Strait of Hormuz.
We're so small that we can get right up to those mines to even neutralize them without them actually detonating or causing us any damage.
The potential has the U.S. Navy interested and in talks with Ulysses.
So this can make a big difference in the Strait of Hormuz.
Absolutely. We can provide a lot of these very quickly. And again, because they're so low cost and they're modular, you can also have dozens of these things going out and ideally finding and acquiring and neutralizing these mines as fast as they're being put in the water.
Amid a tenuous ceasefire, mine warfare in the Strait of Hormuz is perhaps the trickiest aspect of the war and prospective peace with Iran. As ships begin to transit the strait again, they are vulnerable to undetected mines. Efficient mine clearing with robotics would save lives.
No American or U.S. Navy EOD diver should be sent into this underwater domain and sent, risk their life. Like, there is unmanned systems that can do it and keep them out of harm's way.
The U.S. Navy has some mine-clearing capabilities in its arsenal, from unmanned vehicles to large combat ships. But much of the new anti-mine technology purchased by the Navy has cost hundreds of millions of dollars, and delivery has been slow. A large fleet of Ulysses drones would be a fraction of that cost and could easily be reconfigured and customized for mine clearing.
We shouldn't even be worried about someone threatening to mine the Strait of Hormuz, because we should have the tools to immediately go and mitigate and remove those mines.
And Ulysses is now working on a mothership that could deploy and essentially be a support system to recharge all of these drones automatically. But for now, Elizabeth, that strait, it remains throttled, with the Iranian Maritime Authority essentially designating safe lanes due to potential mines for the very few ships allowed to go through.
Yeah,
Elizabeth?
four of them today, according to, hey, that idea, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of other countries in the Middle East are calling Ulysses to say, we want your stuff. Nancy Liu, fascinating reporting. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.